What's up, guys? Aldo here with PragerU. Today I'm in West Hollywood, California to ask people what they think about illegal immigration and what we should do about housing migrants. So last year, 2.5 million migrants crossed the southern border illegally into the United States. Do they have a right to be here?
Of course, yeah.
Why?
Because they're human beings, just like the rest of us.
Yes, I think they do. What we have is people coming over here that we love and we want them to come through the border.
I think illegal immigration is just people who don't have access trying to find freedom.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a chance to start new and start fresh and have an opportunity. I mean, like, think about like our great-great-great-parents. Like, they started somewhere, so why can't they?
I don't understand why we're not, in general, more embracing and accepting of others that want to come here.
I think America is the land of the home and the home of the brave. And it was based on...
Land of the home, home of the brave.
Land of the home.
It's land of the home.
It's just the land of the home.
Based on immigrants, I feel like we should open our doors and help people to find their way.
Right now, the federal government spends about $116 billion annually on services relating to this population. In California, it's around $23 billion, and a big portion of that goes to housing. What do you think we should do about the housing problem?
I mean, I think giving someone a house is just the bare bones of what we should do. There's a lot more that goes into like creating sustainability for people.
I think there's a lot of like unused buildings that people can kind of go into. I mean, there's like hotels not
They're
being
just chatting
used.
at this point.
Adams.
They're just talking.
They just got their Starbucks. Oh, interview. Yeah. What you talking about? Yeah, I mean, we got houses and stuff. There's like buildings they could just go to.
So he was proposing that if you want to come to the U.S., just come on here. No, nothing, no documentation, no nothing. And here's a free house.
That Starbucks getting to their head a little.
Well, I live here. Can I get a house? That's probably the dumbest thing I've heard, but...
Well, they're also in L.A., Hollywood.
West Hollywood.
Living marvelously, so...
I think it's very popular and it's like nice to say, hey, if you want to come to the U.S., we welcome you. And like, I get behind that, but there's a reason you have to like go through a process to do it because...
Well, then what if I want to live in Thailand? You still got to get a visa or something. You can't just stay there.
You can't go to another country. Hey, no paperwork. No, I just want to be here.
I deserve to be here.
I did not.
No, there's rules there. There's rules here. That's why we all have different government systems, et cetera, et cetera. Like,
and it's like people coming here in the droves, but you gotta, who's paying? What about the people who are working here and the taxpayers and all that stuff? Hey, what about that? We gotta pay taxes.
And you don't?
And you don't? Hey.
Because you're not from it? No, you can't stay here then.
That's why illegal immigrant, they just kind of forget that first word.
Yeah. And no problem with immigrants is...
Yeah, but even the great-great-grandparents are talking about, yeah, they came over here and then they had to abide by whatever the rules were here, right?
Yeah, it's like...
And then what happens to people who actually went about it the right way and immigrated legally?
That's not fair.
Then they're like, hey,
yeah, that's messed
what the fuck? Y'all here and didn't have to do it and I had to work my ass off to get here.
An idea to house migrants in private citizens' homes. This would be a plan where he would put money back into their pockets, but he wants to open up private citizens' homes to these migrants. What do you think about this plan?
Well, if you need the money and you have an extra room, sounds good to me.
I think that's like a really good idea.
I mean, yeah, why not? Like, give them a home, give them a bed, give them a roof, food, opportunity for work. I mean, sure.
People can sleep on my couch all the time, man.
I think it's great if they want to put somebody up, then why shouldn't they?
Shorts, sorry.
Could you ever see yourself housing a migrant in your home?
I mean, totally. I mean, I don't necessarily have the space for it living in New York City, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Could you ever see yourself housing a migrant?
Not right now, not at this point, no.
Could you see yourself doing this sometime in the future?
Probably not, to be honest, because the future is going to be about, I don't know, about myself, I guess.
Well, I think somebody living in my own home is a different situation than somebody living in my community.
Isn't America our community? Isn't America our home?
Yeah, but I think our own private quarters of our home is a sanctuary, is a private space compared to like where you and I are out now on a public street.
Would you be willing to house migrants yourself in your own home?
Yeah, why not? And I help out, because I'm Mexican myself, so I come from immigrants, so I don't see why I wouldn't help my people.
We got to volunteer.
We're actually asking because we're coming
got
together
space.
form from the United States Alien Housing Project.
Shit. You gotta sign.
We're getting people to sponsor migrants and to invite them into their own homes. If you sign this, we can get a migrant into your home, and as early as next week. Would you want to sign this today?
No, because I live with my parents.
No, I was just kind of lying real quick for the video.
That
It
is
sounded
funny,
good.
pulling out some paperwork.
Oh, in that case, I got a pen right here for you. We could get a migrant over to your place next week.
I'm Mexican, so I would definitely.
I gotta help my people.
Help my people. Sign up right here.
Actually, I don't have a house. I live with my parents.
With my parents, so that can't happen.
Like, can't actually do that.
Oh, that is.
Truth just comes out real quick.
That is such a gotcha. Hey, they can come here. Can they stay with you? Well, they can't stay with me.
Yeah, it is, because you can interview them and they can say the right thing. Well, okay, well then talk the talk here.
Come on, come everyone. All right. So where they gonna stay? Not here. Somebody else will take them,
Live with
right?
my parents.
You think you could ask your parents?
I don't know. I don't know how they'd go about this.
Would you be willing to sign this today and invite a migrant into your home?
No.
If you sign this, we could get a migrant into your house as early as next week. Would you be willing to sign this?
Well, hey, you put me on camera now, because I'm the guy tossing out 20s cash, and now you want me to sign things. Let's go.
Yeah, awesome. Let's do it.
Oh,
They'll
wow.
contact you. They'll set you up with a migrant, and they'll have them on your house in as early as 1 week. This would be like for your actual home for you to take in a migrant yourself.
I can't do that. I literally live in a 2-bedroom.
Literally.
As long as it's not my home.
Just laugh.
And then laugh it off. Oh my God. Well, I couldn't, but.
I don't think that's doable. It sounds like a good idea on paper, but that's pandering.
Do you think it's hypocritical for people to advocate for open borders and to advocate for the influx of illegal immigrants, but not be willing to put up their own homes?
In some ways, yes. I do think that's a little hypocritical.
In my personal opinion, and I might get in trouble for saying this in West Hollywood, but I think it's become problematic, especially in California right now with the cost of living being insane. I feel like it's being infringed on by illegals coming in by the droves.
At this point, I don't know that I would be. I think it's more of a feeling safe issue rather than just a humanitarian issue, for me personally.
Yeah.
I'd rather take care of our own homeless first, which there are many. I mean, just in this 10-block area, there's probably 30 regular homeless people I interact with. Let's help them first, and then help others who are trying to get here legally.
I mean, look behind you right now. I can barely afford to live here, but then a legal will come in here with no right to be here, and we just give them free everything.
America is our home. America is our community. You don't know who they are. And I think the same can be said for all of Americans.
I agree with that too. I think the trust, not knowing, again, as you mentioned, where they came from, who they really are, and what are they here for. I think that's a big thing is trust, yeah.
Well, you guys, that's a wrap for this video.
I think the comments probably articulate it pretty well. It says, communists and socialists are so generous with other people's money, but fiercely individualistic when it's about their time, work, and money. Hypocrisy is disgusting. I wonder what legal immigrants who worked hard to live in the States feel about this. I love how everyone was happy to get good person points for free just for saying, let them come, and then turn when they asked to put their own asses on the line. Everyone is a giver when the money belongs to someone else. Touch their pockets and they'll show you their true colors. Well, there you go. They said it right there.
Well, it's hard enough to make money, so like now you want to just house somebody else for free that's not from here?
Imagine me thinking I could illegally enter Sweden and have the right to stay, and the government had to provide me housing and healthcare for free.
It doesn't make sense when you actually think about it.
There's a lot of things that sound great on paper. Like, yeah, help people out. If someone's like trying to flee a bad situation, yeah, come this way. All right, what is the implications of that? Who's paying for them? You will pay for them? Well, not me. Someone else will pay for them. Amazing how quickly they go from, yes, we should open our borders, to no, they can't stay with me. Borders to your country are no different from the borders to your house. Cool, that's that. That's enough for that one.
Cool.